Hi, Dr. Paul Haider, Master Herbalist here. You know what? I just happened to have a bunch of people come to me who had brain challenges, emotional upsets, all kinds of things. Excuse me. And I wanted to talk about that a little bit because there are ways that we can change and help the process heal. And there is no doubt about that. I had one man who was given a whole bunch of medications for a particular problem going on. It ended up causing more damage than anything for his brain. And it's been a long process of his healing. And boy, all the doctors want to do is give him more chemical, which is not the answer. There's no doubt about that. The chemical caused the problem in the first place. So let's go back to basics. You know what I mean? What does the brain need? Well, every organ in our brain, including our nervous system, needs a great diet. And if you go to paulhader.com and you click on my diet, you'll find that that diet there will really help actually tune the nervous system so it really starts to heal itself in a great way. I have found great peace that came over me, especially in the first month or so when I started this diet over 10 years ago now. It seems like a long time. I can't believe it's been over 10 years. So it's really interesting that there's a great peace that comes over the mind when you go to a diet like mine, my diet and lifestyle also. And that's really important. So we can start to get the irritation and we get the inflammation going out on in the brain to diminish to a point where it's totally not there anymore. We also know that animal products create inflammation just about everywhere in the body with that trimethyl inoxide toxin, which is going on in our digestion. So it also inflames the brain too. So we need to get rid of that completely and allow that to start settle down all that tissue so we can start thinking, you know, really well. And I know why a lot of people go on a diet like mine who have a sense of peace that just comes over them when they do this. Just amazing. I even commented to my wife, there's such a great sense of peace that just came over me in the last, 3 weeks. It was like, wow, just amazing. And now other people will need to do this in order to heal that jangled nerves craziness that's going on. And I had another lady who commented to me that she had a lot of anger, a lot of emotional upset. She was still angry with a lot of people, and she didn't want to be an angry, bitter person all her life. And it doesn't have to be that way. We get these feedback loops of the limbic system going on. And when we do something negative, it starts that system going and it kind of feeds upon itself, creating the same hormones in our body, and it creates that anger, that tension, that hatred, all that type of thing, and really not good. One of the things we can do is do meditation. Of course, meditation has been shown to really calm the mind body, and there's absolutely thousands upon thousands of studies showing this. And Dr. Benson, Herbert Benson, did a lot of studies. I think at Harvard. I think it was Harvard. Yeah, Harvard. And the relaxation response. I think that's a beautiful book. Really pretty old right now, but it still has a lot of information to talk about healing the brain in a wonderful way. I think that we can relax the whole body just by doing meditation. And I have a video talking about that. Learn 2 ways to meditate, and so we can calm the mind body and getting rid of this feedback loop of the limbic system, so we can start to relax and enjoy life. It's really hard to enjoy life if we're bitter, if we're angry, or full of hatred, and people don't. They just don't. There's no doubt about that. And we need to laugh a lot. I think one of the most important things is to forgive, forget, move on. And that stops the limbic system feedback loop. You know what I mean? We have to live in this moment now. And I think that living in this moment right now is so important. Most people are thinking about yesterday or he's thinking about tomorrow, and they're never here understanding that everything is fine and everything is good. So they're thinking about what this person did to me or what might happen to me or all these different things. And well, everything is fine right now. And so we allow ourselves to be entrenched in the process of healing all that tomorrow and yesterday stuff, and we allow ourselves to be here. How can we be present if we're stuck in the past or stuck in the future? It is not possible. And I see it's really, really important to allow ourselves to be present, being mindful. You know, if we need to take a class in being mindful, a lot of the universities give them, and I think that's really important. In fact, I found that people who had a heart attack, if they took a mindfulness class, had an 85% less chance of having a second heart attack. Wow, that's pretty amazing. And having a connection with people. I know a lot of people right now are cocooning themselves and they don't want to go out in the world, but you know, there's a lot of great people in the world, and we see a lot of craziness going on right now, believe me, I know. But there are a lot of good people, and we need to get out and connect with people and allow ourselves to, you know, be a part of this society of family of man. And we are social beings. There's absolutely no doubt about that. We don't do well cocooning by ourselves. In fact, if we don't have social interaction or interaction with other people, we start to hallucinate after a while. We don't do well just being by ourselves. A lot of times, you know, just go sitting in a cave. A lot of people can do that, but some people can't. They just go crazy. So a lot of people need to have that social interaction with people. And I think that's really important. And finding uplifting, calming, loving, kind people to interact with. And I think a lot of people need to get out of their own little box that they live in. You know what I mean? They've been doing this for 1,000 years, you know. Well, 50, 60 years of doing the same things all the time. And I think that we need to step outside of our own box and explore new possibilities. And that is exciting about changing our brain also. Studies show that even travel, any kind of travel, you know, just going to another city or going to another country, and if we do that, we actually thicken our prefrontal cortex. We actually make our brain better. So, and it's about learning and being a lifelong learner. I think that's important for healing our brain also, and allowing ourselves to put in the time every day to do a little reading. Now, and also one more thing is to get away from screens. It's okay to be on the internet for maybe an hour a day or two at the most, but after that, it's really important to not step away from that thing. It really is not good for the brain. And studies show that it causes problems with especially children, really big time attention deficit problems with children. So we need to, and that causes all kinds of limbic system problems inside the brain, and we need to step away from these screens. These screens are not reality. We we need to find a balance, and I think a lot of people have totally lost balance, and I find a lot of people who have emotional upsets are glued to these things, searching the internet and surfing the internet on a regular basis, and we find stuff which is not uplifting for them, and they find themselves getting into emotional turmoil, and that's not good. There's something about reading a good old-fashioned paper book. You know, I got into readers and that type of thing. Eventually, I said, you know what? This is not good. I let that go also, and I ended up starting to buy paper books again. And I keep them on a shelf, and I go back and reference them on a regular basis. And I just find there's something relaxing, calming, peaceful about reading a paper-based book. It really is. I think what we need to go back to a simpler way of living, and that's really it. We have more mental illness in the world than ever before. And I think that's because the society is moving so fast and we're so connected to these little smartphones and computers and TV and all this stuff that we pick up a lot of stuff which is not good for us, you know. If you go back to the 1800s, people didn't have all this emotional turmoil as much as we do now. We didn't have as many people having mental illness as we do now. Everything was more of an agrarian society, and people did what they needed to do every single day in order to live life and feel at peace. And one of the most important things is they had a great system of interconnection with people, and they also had a great faith. You know, they had interconnection with their church or synagogue or maybe their temple, whatever it is that they would go to on a regular basis, and they would be uplifted. And a lot of people have lost that completely. And I think that's really, really, really important. And a lot of people don't believe in anything anymore. And I think that's a terrible loss because there's no way to feel connected to something higher and bigger than we are. And so we need that connection, and we need to recoup that, which fills us up from the inside out. And we don't get that from the regular world on a regular basis at all. In fact, the opposite, pulling stuff out of us, making us feel empty all the time. So it's allowing ourselves to take that time to fill ourselves up from the inside out. A lot of times people don't want to get together with other people with a faith-related type of thing, but it's really important. They actually found with people in studies, if they went to their church or went to their synagogue, went to their temple, whatever it is, that they found that they were happier and they had less aches and pains. And they had this limbic system loop healed inside their brain. So I think it's really important that we allow ourselves to think positive thoughts, get together with positive people, allow ourselves to grow and change and become people that we'd like to be around. That takes some work. There's no doubt about that. You know what I mean? To become a person we'd like to be around and be a friend, be our own friend type of thing. That takes a lot of work. If we're angry, nasty, hateful people, how can we have friends? It's not going to happen. It is not going to happen. There's absolutely no way. I wouldn't pick people like that to be my friend. Would you pick a person and be like your friend like that? No, I don't think so. So we have to choose to be different and allow ourselves to change. Change is the operative word here. I think it's really, really important to allow ourselves to become something different. So there's a lot of different ways we can start to heal our brain. First of all, with my diet, and that's super important. Doing meditation, changing the way we think would also change the limbic system. Our emotional upset we can change by changing the way we think. Also, finding ways of supporting us with different people that we enjoy, having friends, and having a faith-centered way of connecting with other people. And person needs to explore in order to find what they need in these areas in order to heal their mind and body and brain and in their spirit. And nobody can do that for another person. Absolutely not possible. And I think it's really important that a person go out and explore and experience. I think it was Paramahansa Yogananda that talks about, don't listen to what I said at all. Just go out and experience for yourself, and that experience will bring you closer to, Great Spirit, God, the universe, and allow yourself to heal. And I think that's really true. Absolutely, really true. So allow yourself to have a wonderful day. If you'd like to get a hold of me, my phone number is 831 869 9119. 831 869 9119. You can call me or text me, and my consultations are free. I email is drpaulhaider, that's drpaulhaider at gmail.com. drpaulhaider@gmail.com. That's drpaulhaider@gmail.com. And my Skype is drpaulhaider. Send me an invite. You can also go to my Facebook page under Dr. Paul Haider and message me at the top there. That's a great way to do that also. And I'll try to get back to you as soon as possible. If I'm sleeping and you're in a different time zone, please forgive me. I like to sleep. I get up at 5, and by the time 8 o'clock runs around, I'm really dead tired. Tell you the truth, I'm really ready for bed, and I sleep like a rock. So please allow me a little time, and I will get back to you in hours. There's no doubt about that. And if you're outside in the U.S., email me. That's the best way to get a hold of me. And or you can WhatsApp me with that same phone number also, and I'll connect with you and help you in any way, shape, or form. And like I said, I'm always here for you, and I want to make a difference in your life if that's any way possible. And I'll be praying for all of you. And remember that I am here for you. Please subscribe and please tell others. Watch the advertisements because they actually bring a little tiny bit of money towards me and my wife. I appreciate that. If you just, skip the ads, that doesn't bring anything our way. I appreciate that very much. And so remember, above all else, remember one great thing. Remember, I love you.